Welcome to the place where sports talk meets good vibes. This is Mack Chat. I'm your host, Paige Wood. But hey, this is not just my show, it's yours too. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and get ready to join sports conversation right here at Mack Chat. First off, I would like to thank everybody who has made this happen for me. Your endless support has been very impactful in creating this show, so thank you to everybody. I couldn't do it without all of you. Now, I will say it's been hard to keep this a secret, but I am beyond excited to announce that our first guest is here with me. Welcome, Hunter Lenahan.
How's it going, guys?
So nice to have you here. So Hunter is a junior who plays baseball here at OCU. Hunter, so far for the 2024 season, you've had 8 RBIs, 3-game hitting streak, and I hear you've hit a home run in back-to-back games. Can you share with us a little bit about what preparations you've done to kind of set you up for the success so early in the season?
Yeah, for sure. Just getting in early work with all the guys. We meet up before practice every day and just get extra swings in and have some fun.
What other sports did you play growing up? Tell me, did you play your typical sports, and then what made you pick baseball? Why was baseball the sport that you chose to play in college?
Yeah, for sure. I played a bunch of sports growing up, everything soccer, just your typical sports. And yeah, for sure, just playing baseball, it was something that I had the most fun with, and I just stuck with it. And
when did you start playing baseball? How old were you?
I'd say probably 3 or 4 is when I started. Got signed up for T-ball and stuck with it.
Did anybody else in your family, did your dad play baseball?
No, nobody in my family really played sports.
You just chose it?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. So what made you decide to pick OCU? I'm sure you had different colleges to look at, different opportunities. Why OCU?
Yeah, I mean, growing up in Edmond, in the baseball world, you hear about OCU and the baseball traditions that they have. And when I got the call from Denny Crayball, I stepped on campus and it felt like home.
Now, as a college athlete, there's lots of time you have to spend on the field, in the classroom. What does a typical day look like for you, from the morning to brushing your teeth to the nighttime when you're going to bed? Just walk us through time slots, what you're doing, practices, all of it. We want to know.
Yeah, so, I'll wake up probably around 9:30 every day, go to class. Then I'll go get food probably, then go up to the field, get some early work in, do some ground balls, probably hit a little bit, then go to practice. And then after practice, we have study hall. We meet up in the library, do that for about an hour and a half. And then after that, we go meet up with Jack and work out. So
good old Jack.
Yeah.
Good old Jack workouts.
Love Jack. So
that's awesome. And so you said lunch. What's like your go-to? I mean, obviously you got to eat healthy, right? Like You're an athlete. You spend lots of time working out, eating clean. What's like a go-to lunch for you?
Me, honestly, it's probably bad. I get, fast food, but,
No.
I get Chick-fil-A and tropical smoothie the most, probably.
Okay. What's your tropical smoothie order? Because I love tropical smoothie.
Yeah, I'll get probably a chicken pesto flatbread.
Yes.
Hold the tomatoes. I don't
Hold
really
the tomatoes.
mess with that, but
Hold the tomatoes.
And then I'll get a peanut paradise with whey protein.
Okay.
Solid.
Gotta get those protein gains in.
Yeah, got to.
I love it. And aside from that whey protein and all that nutritious food, aside from the Chick-fil-A, whenever you're getting prepared for a game, do you have any rituals, any superstitions, things that you have to do before every game day or before every practice?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything that I do on a daily basis, but something that I've been kind of superstitious about this year is I've been wearing baby blue cleats, and every time I wear those, we win. And, we kind of went through a little 6-game slump, and I wasn't wearing the baby blues, but, I wore them on Tuesday and we won, so we're on the right track.
It's got to be the baby blue. Now, do you have another pair that you would wear aside from the baby blue, or is it just...
Yeah, I've got a few pair that I alternate, but, we're sticking with the baby blue right now.
If I was you, I would wear baby blue every game day. I mean, why not, right?
Why not?
I feel like that would be a go-to, a must.
Yep.
And do you have like a set song that you have to listen to before a game day? And what's your walk-up song? Tell us about what your walk-up song is, why you picked it.
Yeah, so my walk-up song the past 2 years, it's been more rap based and trying to get a vibe. But now I went Morgan Wallen, thinking about me, and just letting that pitcher know he's thinking about me.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Now, people see the product on the field. I mean, all these fans, all of you guys viewers, if you go to these games, you see all of the work that they've put in. It kind of comes out. But what are some of the behind-the-scene things that the average fan wouldn't know? Like, is there a team prankster? Is there a comedian? Just give me some more insight about stuff that the fans wouldn't quite know.
Yeah, definitely this group this year, we're a lot more relaxed than we have been the past 2 years, and I think that's helped us. All of us are usually joking around, and you got those serious guys, but I think it's helped us just as a team just come together close, and I think that's what's helped us rise up.
Do you have any stories, like funny locker room moments, funny, because I know you guys spend an equal amount of time in the locker room as you do on the bus traveling or anything like that. Do you have any moments you can share that are like key moments that you remember from previous years or from this season so far?
Yeah, I don't know if I can get too much into detail about that, but yeah, we're always in there just hanging out, listening to music. We're just all the guys are always loose, and
That's
and
nice.
it's helped us.
And I feel like that helps the vibe. It helps you guys play relaxed, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
kind of going into that, the pressure. Do you do well under pressure? Do you get nervous? And how do you handle either scenario?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that I'm somebody that feels a bunch of pressure, but something that helps us stay focused, as Keith always reminds us. He goes, pressure is an ounce, pressure is a ton, pressure is what you make it. So if you just reflect on that and think it's whatever you make it. So it's helped me, and I know it helps a bunch of other guys on the team.
Yeah, and I feel like pressure is one of those things, much like Keith has said, it's something that you can control. Sometimes you feel like you can't, but having that coach there for you, having Keith there for you, that's really nice to have that kind of support system there.
For sure.
What does being a part of a college baseball team mean to you, and how has it shaped you, not only as a person, but as a player too?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's so many more things you've learned since your college career. Tell me a little bit about just what being on a college baseball team means to you.
Yeah, just the learning aspect of it. I've learned so much in the first 2 years that I've been here, and if you're not learning, then what are you really doing? And it's always helped me just with the knowledge that I've got from Denny and Keith and Shinny, and definitely just that has helped me on the field and off the field. And it's brought great relationships. I've got friends from New York, Washington, New Mexico, everywhere. So it's just helped me, grow as a person, and I appreciate it.
And kind of stepping away, also just growing as a person, you learn life lessons, you learn many different things. Stepping away from baseball, can you tell me about your family and how they've supported you? Talk to me about your family. Do you have siblings, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, so I just have a sister.
Okay.
Her name's Hallie. She works here in the city, so pretty close to her. And then my parents, my dad and my mom, they didn't get the opportunity to go to college, but they've just supported me through academics and even sports. But they've helped me just tremendously through the process of picking a school and helping me with whatever I need.
Did any of your family members play sports? Did your sister or your mom or your dad, or just?
No, nobody really in my family played a lot of sports.
Wow.
So, but I've always grown up around it. My dad's made me play sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And do they come to a lot of the games? Tell me a little bit about. I mean, I feel like I've been to enough of the games. Obviously, I try to show up to every sporting event that I can. And I feel like I always see your parents there. They're always front row. They're always ready. Just talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it helps just being they're only 15 minutes away from campus. And
of course.
Yeah, they come to every game. My sister tries to come to a bunch of games when she's not at work. But, every time I look up in the stands, I always see them there. And I just appreciate that they love the game as much as I do. So that's
really nice to have that. I mean, obviously 15 minutes away, right? You said you have teammates that are from kind of everywhere. And I think our school, OCU as a whole, has a very diverse amount of athletes. There's people from absolutely everywhere, from other countries to other states. So I bet that's really nice having that family environment, not only down the street, but just here at OCU.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, baseball can put a lot of time demands on not only just with practice, class, games, travel, but I do hear that you're a pretty decent golfer. Word is on the street that Hunter here is a pretty good golfer. What other things do you do aside from practicing or playing golf do you do in your spare time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if people would consider me a decent golfer, but, I love playing golf. It's something that I grew up doing, and I enjoy it, and it's super hard, but, you hit one good shot, and it keeps you coming back.
Keeps you going back.
Yeah, besides from that, yeah, we got a couple guys on the team that, they just do your typical hunting and fishing, and getting to do that stuff with them is something that I enjoy.
So you guys get to go out together on days you have off, and you guys all kind of go. Now, do you go skiing too, right? I think you love skiing as well.
Yeah, me and my roommate Hunter Brown, we usually try to go about once a year.
That's
and
awesome.
We'll go from various places. We'll go to Wyoming, Park City.
What's your go-to place? You have one weekend to go skiing. Where are you going?
Probably Park City, Utah.
Why?
That's where we just go. Easy flight, like
Okay.
2 hours just straight there, and we enjoy staying in the town, and
Lots of fun things to do, huh?
for sure.
And golf, kind of going back, I just have to ask, because as a golfer, I'm really curious. Do you know your handicap? What if you have a perfect day of golf, where are you going to go play also?
Yeah, so right now I'm a 5.
Okay.
So decent.
We might need to call Coach Trumbull at men's golf team and tell him to
for
recruit.
Sure, for sure. Perfect day, I'm probably going out to Oak Tree National,
Okay.
playing out there. It's a super tough course, but
you
if I'm shooting 85 out there, your game's probably intact for me.
Do you have a favorite hole? Do you have?
Yeah, for sure. I think 17 over the pond, par 3, pretty long, usually about 220 from back there, and it's a hard shot, but you hit one good one on there, and it keeps you coming back.
Now, talk to me a little bit about January 28th. Do you recall what happened January 28th? You guys played LSU, Alexandria, opening day. You went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, and 2 doubles. I mean, what a way to just come out of the gates flying. You said, I'm showing up today. I put in the work. Talk to me about that game. Talk to me about the excitement and what preparations you did in order to perform how you did for that game.
Yeah, to start, I had the baby blue cleats on,
Always the baby
I felt
blue
it.
cleats.
No, but,
Classic.
just going into that game, last year we started off against LSUA in Louisiana, and we went 0-3, and it felt good to get back at them this year, and especially with this team, we told them with all the new guys, we were like, hey, we're here, and we know what we're made of, and we're going to go out there and do what we want, so.
It's got to feel good. It's always got to feel good coming back on a team that you were a little bit unsure about, going in, okay, but especially coming back on them and a great performance from you. I mean, walk me through, what was your mindset for that day? If you can recall, walk me through, kind of set the stage. What were you thinking? What was your game plan? Did you have anything that you were working on specifically, anything that you were planning to get better at? Just walk me through some of that.
Yeah, so about a week before our first game, I went in and talked to Keith, and I was just like, hey, I think there's stuff I need to fine-tune before we start playing. And, Keith is always in there trying to help the guys, and, he helped me tremendously that week leading up, and it obviously showed in the game, and I can't appreciate him enough for helping me do that.
And support from your teammates, I'm sure. You guys seem to have a pretty close bond. It's pretty tight-knit.
Yeah.
What is that like, having that closeness in your teammates and within the team environment? How does that help you guys just come together at the end of the day and perform really well?
Yeah, we just take it day by day, pitch by pitch. That's what Keith reminds us of, and the guys that we have this year were a lot closer in age. The past 2 years with all the COVID and stuff, we've had age gaps, but these guys, we're just focused every day. We go out, we have great attitudes, great energy, and that's what helps us, kind of rise above.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And kind of some questions that are off the track of baseball, off the track of family. If you had to pick a sport at OCU that was not baseball, I want to say take out golf, only because I feel like you would pick golf.
Yeah.
What other sport would you play and why?
I'd probably go basketball.
Okay, why basketball?
I wouldn't say I'm the best at basketball,
Okay.
but the coaches over there, Coach B and Coach White, those guys are
Yeah,
awesome.
They're awesome.
And just getting not that I'd want to, if I had just one day to learn from them, it would be awesome.
Fantastic. And aside from dream sport, what's a dream job? And I don't know, I know some athletes, they say, I want to play pro after college. If aside from pro baseball, what is like a dream job for you to have?
Yeah, so, I want to get some water. I'm actually dying.
I know this talking thing can wear out the vocal cords a little. You got to refresh them every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah, dream job. So, definitely being a business major, just kind of your basic, but definitely I want to get into something real estate wise, probably commercial, doing industrial stuff like warehouses and, other properties like that. Maybe some oil and gas,
Okay,
from
switch it
Oklahoma,
up.
it's a big thing. So,
Are you planning on getting like your real estate license? Are you working towards that right now, or is that something you're thinking I'll just save that for later?
yeah, definitely. Nothing that I'm looking at right now, just trying to finish school. That's
For sure.
that's the task at hand.
Priorities.
But yeah, once I graduate, definitely gonna get my real estate license and start looking into stuff like that. So,
Biggest influence, whether it's an athlete, whether it's a family member, give us who is your biggest influence?
yeah, so I'd say my biggest role model is my dad. I mean, since I was a little kid, he's just always, taking care of me and my family, and if I can be like him one day, it'd be amazing.
Shout out to the dads, family members, always being the best supporters. One album for the rest of your life. What are you picking? Why?
Yeah, as I mentioned, my walk-up songs, Think About Me, I'd probably have to go Morgan Wallen, his latest album that he came out with.
Which correlates with that
Yes,
walk-up
yes,
song.
for sure.
Okay.
So, it's just always good vibe when you're listening to Morgan Wallen, no matter where you're at, and it's something that I can, bond to, and I enjoy listening to him.
I feel like any time of day, it's never a bad time to listen to some Morgan Wallen.
Never a
some
bad
pregame,
time.
windows down, whatever.
Yep.
It's always a good pick. Favorite sports team? Do you have one? Is it in baseball? Is it in something else?
Yeah, I would say, being an Oklahoma kid, obviously the Thunder is my favorite sports team, and, they're looking pretty good this year, and hopefully they can make a playoff run. But, I get to go to a few games. I've been to probably 4 or 5 this year, and watching them play is just awesome. So
That's very nice. And if you could give advice to your younger self who just started baseball, just started sports even for that matter, what advice are you giving to little Hunter Lenahan? What are you telling him?
yeah, I know it may sound cliche, but just have fun. I feel like I put a bunch of, like pressure, what you said earlier, or, I always doubt myself, and just remember that it's a game at the end of the day. You're just supposed to have fun, and, if there was a few games when I was younger, if I just would have, relaxed and had more fun, it probably would have been a better day. But, yeah, I would just say have fun.
And I feel like having fun is something that can be hard as an athlete, right? You're just so focused on performance, but having that mindset is crucial, which I think is, I don't know, I don't want to speak for you, but for you guys having that good environment with your teammates like we've talked about, you guys having those fun environments and things before games, I feel like that has really led to the start of your success. It's
For sure.
awesome.
For sure.
So I'm sad to say that this is the closing of the first episode of Mack Chat, but I want to thank all of you for tuning in for this week's episode. Now, for the next episode, I would like to request that you would send me a DM for either a question that you'd like to know or even recommend your favorite OCU athlete who you would like to see. To do that, you can follow Mack Chat on Instagram and to send in those requests. Until next time, stay informed, stay in the game, and keep the chat going. Thank you all for listening in. This is Mack Chat, and thank you, Hunter, for coming in. I will see you all next time.